Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon, evening, morning, depending where you are. I'm Miles Debsky with RCC. We're broadcasting today from up in Portland, Oregon. And yeah, for those who haven't been here in a couple days, this is day 3 of our Creating Reports in FileMaker with Nick Hunter. And so that's kind of a beginner look at reports, all different things to do with that. Just a little housekeeping. If you are new here, welcome. We do these streams every day at 1 p.m. Pacific, and we are broadcasting out to 3 different places. We go to our Discord channel, on our YouTube account, and also to Twitch. And so on any of those platforms you can watch, you can write in questions, and I'll be kind of patrolling those, answering some, and also passing some along to Nick to answer. Discord is usually our more chatty side, so if you want to get into it there, you can join over on that side. We got a lot of our normal troublemakers here. We got Brutterman, Canberra, David Angel, Dennis Chow, Ed Burkle, Elzo, Foxy Jack, Jack Ripper, Jake, Jericho, John Haggerty, Kenart, Larry, that's Nick, Megan, M. Johnson, Peter Geens, Russell, Scott, TK, and UK Lad. And then we got some other people chiming in on YouTube, Ruben, Wally, Michelle, and Ruben. So welcome everyone. We're excited for today. And then my last little thing is fmtraining.tv. That's kind of all of our training items live there. So information about live training, about video training, books, bundles, it's all there. Check that out. And, purchasing things through that site helps us be able to do these free broadcasts every day for you all. So I'm not going to take more of Nick's time. So I'm going to hand it over to him and take it away.
Hello, everybody. So can you see me? Yeah, you can. Let me grab my Discord page here. Okay, so forgive my hair. I know they're crazy, but I drove my convertible car this morning to get my vaccination. So my hair is crazy. Okay, so the first time in 7 months that I get the car out of the garage. So, okay, so thank you for joining today. And so we have this day 3 of the reporting, create report. So those 2 days were kind of for let's say easy to understand for beginners, right? For beginners, what the layout is, but you don't know what the report is, or you don't know how to build reports and stuff like that. So, but I want to show my screen right quick here. Start with the screen sharing right away, because it's the what's the name? It's the so I want to show you what you can do with. Oh yeah, so that's what I was looking for. Okay. What you can do with the report. Okay, so you have different kind of reports. So I show you yesterday, 2 days ago, and yesterday. You have this kind of reports. No, not this one. This one. So you have this one. This kind of report, more complex, where you have a lot of things. So let me maybe do this, and so you have a lot of things going on here, and so you can see you have text, but you have different type of text. And you have pictures, and you have paragraphs of text and stuff like this, and you have different sizes, and so you see you have polls here, tables. Okay, so this kind of reports are more complex to build. So we are going to talk about this in the future, the 2 next session. Okay, but today we are going to learn how to build this section here. How to build a section like this, how to build a section that expands like this, right? You see, it expands and then it gets smaller, but it expands more and gets smaller when if there's more text in the field. So you will learn how to do that. So that we're going to learn today. But what I want to show you is some example of to inspire what you can do with a report, right? So because I think it's important to have kind of to see what you can do and where you can go. Okay, so now we have kind of a new generation of reporting. Okay, So I don't know if you remember how reporting was back in the 90s or the 2000s. There's a lot of things in the report. We had a lot of boxes, a lot of sections. It was kind of busy and a little bit, right? And we changed the way we do roofing. So this is the Scott kind of Scott Kane is in the audience. That the report I built for him. So and you can see here, this report has been designed and built for reading purpose. I mean, it's not for printing; it's for reading. Okay. So you can see here we apply the same type of design concept to the reporting. When I say design concept, is to avoid having a bunch of labels and to have a kind of to show fields like boxes, boxes with boxes like this, to make sure that you understand what's going on here. For example, here you understand this is a title, this is a main place where you do the inspection. So you don't need to say, okay, this is the location. You don't need that, and you understand easily that this is the name of the place, and this is the address of the place. And this here, you understand what's going on. It's an inspection. It's an inspection report, and the inspection happened on the 4th of January. So you can see here you have, okay, it's an inspection for Dollar General at that address. This is the location on the map, and this is a date, and it's prepared prepared for. Okay, so here, and you have different types. So this is a test. It's a testing report. So it's not really full of it's full of junk. Okay, but you can understand the spirit there behind here, the philosophy of this. So you have the reports type and stuff like that, and then you have text, explanation, general explanation, the rating definition, and then you go and you can see what's going on. More you go down. So here in this report, I'm playing a little bit with the header, in the report. So this is a header, and then you tell here what it is, what this section is. So it's a report you read like this: inspection, roof system, other conclusion, and then you go recommendation, the pricing, and then you go kind of for more the replacement and stuff like that. So it's an inspection kind of a report. So you say, okay, we went there, this is what we inspected, and this is what we saw in the inspection. Okay, description, the specifics, the comment, the recommendation. Okay, so this is pretty much, and then you have a rating system here. It's not filled up, but you have a rating system here. So you can see the way it is presented. It's presented to have at a glance, like on the click like this, you can see what's going on. Okay, this is what the goal. The goal was to make the report extremely simple, and extremely what's the name? And extremely easy to read. Okay, fast to read too. Okay, so that's one example. We have another example here. Same for Scott. Here we have so an example, kind of the same structure, pretty much is the same structure, and then you have photos here, and then you include photos. So this is how you include photos here. You have photos. I have another example here. I think this one here. This one is better. This one is the latest I built for him. Yeah, here. Okay, so let me do this. So you see here you have much more information. Okay, so you have what's the name? The creation dates, start dates, the status. It's incomplete. That means you know what it is, right? Maybe I can put status here on top. I don't know. Customer, the phone, the invoice, and the result kind of for the thing, right? So this is what we saw with the dates. The result, we saw this, blam, we saw this on that date, we saw this, and that the picture related to this. So you can see it's very clean. It's very simple to build and stuff like that. So to build something like this, okay, this will be the second session, the second wave of this report, kind of session of a group of sessions, right? We are going to learn how to build something like this, okay? How to build something like where you have pictures like this, they filled up automatically, and they reflows without to be complicated. But I want to show you that because I want to inspire you to see what you can, to see where we go in the reporting and what and what we do. Of course, you understand easily. So the demonstration here is to say, okay, here you have some kind of information. They are extremely precise punctual information, right? But if you get the first example I have here, this one. If you take this one, here you have much more information. So in that case, you need to go with a standard and a different standard. You need to go with a different structure. Why? Because you have a lot of information. We have much less information in this one. So many times when I'm talking about design and stuff like that, I'm saying that the number is the key. How many items you have to display on the layout on the report will drive the way you're going to build the report. This is the key. When you have a lot of things, you need to go in a much standardized kind of a manner, like this one. This is more standard. This is more, report-like. But even though you need to be extremely sure that the people are going to understand what you want to display. Other thing that I want to add before we start to learn how to build those things. You see that we avoid the boxes. Avoid the boxes as much as possible. When I say boxes, is to put a box around this and a box around this, a box around this, a box around this. Avoid the box, don't put boxes. The box, you don't need a box here. Like put a box and then put that in another box and that another box. No, you don't do that anymore. Okay, we don't do that. Avoid the box, remove as much as possible. What you need to do is to put a natural barrier here, a natural separation, and that's it. You don't need a box. It's the same here. Here you understand what's going on. You don't need a box at all, even though there's a lot of text here. If you put the box, it makes very difficult to read. All those things will be much more difficult to read. Here we need a separation, but it's not the box. You know what I mean? It's just a separation like this. Okay. So the same here. I try to build something like this without without to have the separation. It was harder to read, so I add the separation. But it's not a box. I'm not having one box. You know what? It's not a box. It's a separation. That means the whole thing appears as a block. Okay, even though there's separations. Other thing that is important to know is that removing the box, those things, removing this, it makes much easier to build. Okay, much easier to build. When you have boxes like this in the report, that complicated is extremely difficult to build. It's extremely, and it's not looking good because sometimes you have a separation like this. See, sometimes that happens. That you can avoid that. You can avoid this kind of behavior. So unless you do a manual kind of unless you do a visual inspection before you print out and you try to adapt the text to avoid this. Okay. Otherwise, you can avoid it. You can avoid the text to go to the next page, right? So, but if it's happened, it's not a big of a deal here. But if you have a box, it won't look good because you will have the beginning of the box here and the end of the box there, which is terrible. So, avoid the box. So that's why I'm saying this. But here you say, Nick, you put the box. Yeah, I put the box. So that's why I said you avoid the box when you have a lot of things, right? But here I put the box. But they're not box like you imagine. Okay, we call those elements here. We call that a widget. Okay, it's a widget. Okay, so this is what's the name? the construction here, it's like a piece, an element that is there, right? This is a wall element. This is a full. It's one element. It's one item. Okay, so here the box reinforce the readability. Okay, the box reinforce the readability, and here I even put kind of a background because I want things to stand out. So when you want when you want to get things to stand out, this is what you use as a trick. You use like a contrast color, okay? But don't go crazy with this, okay? Don't go crazy. You need to make sure. So you have multiple ways to highlight things and to make things to stand out. You use the bold and the background, and you use a bigger kind of a bigger font and the background, right? And you make sure that you build kind of a hierarchy of what you want to stand out. For example, this, I don't want that to stand out. This is just a recall. It's a recall. It's not the main information. It's a recall because you change pages. You change page, so I want the thing to be recalled. So I want that to record, but this is the main information. So that's why I want the person to come here and to say, oh, okay, I am in the request. Okay, I am there. I'm in the install the deck, or I am in the install the curbs, or I am in the install the TPO. Okay, so I want the people to see immediately where they are. Okay, and then visually they can dig more and see, okay, oh, by the way, I'm there. This here is for the Las Palmas marketplace. Okay. So do we have any question stuff here, Miles?
No? Yeah. The only question was someone was asking how large the reports get, but Scott had answered that. That I think the one you're showing right now is 3 megabytes. So
yeah, something like this.
Small.
Okay. So if you want to get, it's just because I didn't optimize the report for that. The report are not optimized for right now. They are not. Okay, we can optimize the report. For example, here, what's the name? Here, the pictures are not optimized. I'm showing the picture full resolution here. Okay, I'm calling the picture full resolution because we want quality. Okay, so I couldn't get a smaller version of the same picture. I could do that. I could generate with a get thumbnail, get thumbnail function, on FileMaker get thumbnail function. You can generate a lower quality picture. Okay, so we can make the thing less big if we want. Okay, but yeah, it's not bigger. Yeah, we have a lot of picture, by the way. It's and they are okay. Quality. If you want something with quality, I mean, that's a weight where you cannot go more than this. Okay, so it is important. Okay, in my opinion, the weight of a report it makes sense to take care of this if you have customers with mobile stuff like that, and they have to pay for data. Okay. So in that case, yeah, they will complain and say, okay, you draining my plan because my data plan because your PDF, right? So we can make them smaller, but you have tools online or Acrobat. You can use Acrobat to reduce the size of the file. 3 megabytes, yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that. It's kind of average. It's between 1.5 and 5, right? It's still acceptable until you are. I think the acceptability of the size is 5 megabytes. After that, it starts to be big, in my opinion. Okay, so it depends how big. How big is this one? Hold on. The big one. Oh yeah, but yeah. So the big one I'm showing at the beginning is 700K. Okay, So not that bad, this one. But I have no pictures. So let's say when this one has pictures, it goes to up to 1.5 or 2 megabytes. Okay, this big report here. Text doesn't matter. Text doesn't is very light. Text very light. What makes the thing heavy is the picture. Okay, but you can get the picture more. Quick. Okay, quick question on Twitch. Is PDF the only option? Is it possible to create a formatted Excel doc? No, not formatted. You can create an Excel doc not formatted. You can. You can say, I want this in bold, I want this in italic, I want this. No, you can't. You can't generate that. But you can export as a Excel spreadsheet, but it won't be formatted. Yeah, it will be columns like. Okay, so let's go further here. So yesterday we saw this. So let me remove a little bit all of this here because it's kind of for what's the name disturbing. I want to show how we do something like this. Let's say I have a description. Okay, and I have description is there, and I want the description to be big, so I can make the description big. Okay. Multiple pages, right? Each time you see something like this here, it's a page break. That's why, so you see here, we see the thing here, we see the separation, right? Maybe I can do a smaller like this. So you have a page break here. That means if you do this, this will take 2 pages. Okay. This text here will occupy 2 pages. So demonstration. When I go there, okay. Let me put this here. So now if I do preview, is on 2 page. See this 1 page, 2 page. See 1 page, 2 page always. So it will take 2 page. Okay. So this is the problem. So I don't want that to take 2 pages. I want that to say, okay, it can take 2 pages. The maximum I can have, let's say I'm allowing the thing to be 2 pages, but I want this to get smaller, right? I want this to get smaller when the text inside is smaller. Okay, so pretty much I want to generate something like I show you in this one, right? I want something like this. I want this to be bigger or smaller, and I want the thing to be pushed down, right? So see what I mean? Okay. So I want the thing to take more space when I have more text, or less or more, right? So, and here I said, don't go too far for now. Don't go 2 pages. Let's say 1 page for now, and let's see what happens when we do this. Okay. So I say 1 page. And I click here now. I click here on description, okay, and I go here in the inspector, and here you have this here. Okay, so this is a little bit funky, okay, because also it's an old technology that FileMaker Claris didn't touch for maybe 30 years. So you can slide objects based on the all object above or the object directly above. So let's talk about all object above for now, okay? All object above. So that means it will get up, the thing will get up completely. This will get smaller or bigger, right? Get smaller or bigger, depending on what inside the field, okay? So let's see what happened. So Okay, I need to let me duplicate it because I have all those summaries here, and it's not very cool with the summaries. Let me remove the summaries here. Remove the summaries here because otherwise it won't be a good demonstration. Okay, okay, and okay. Okay, so this better. So even I can even remove this and this. Okay, because the screen is too small. Okay, okay. So here now I have this. Okay, I have like this. I don't know why I don't see the. Maybe because I didn't say the. Okay, here. Okay. You see now the text, the block doesn't occupy the whole page here. The block is there. Let's say if I'm putting more text inside this, you know, let's say I'm adding more text, right, inside this block, and I go preview mode. See, the object is getting smaller or bigger, okay? So this one is like this, and depending on the record, see, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So it is now getting smaller and bigger, okay? Okay. So now, let's say I have, for example, here, I have the amount here, and I have the city here, for example, okay? Let's say this is how I'm looking, okay? So, and I have this. See, it's the amount field is going to get glued to the thing. Why? Is because both objects, this one here slide up, but this one here slide up also. See, this object here will slide up with when this one gets smaller. This one will resize. This one will resize. If I remove this, it won't work anymore. See, if I remove this here, it won't work. So you need, when you want an object to slide up, so that's why it's not very clear, because when you click this, actually it doesn't really, it reduces the field. Okay, here why, you know, people say, oh, you're stumbling and bumbling. Yeah, I'm stumbling and bumbling. Okay, FileMaker didn't make that clear at all, okay, because it's not sliding, it's reduce the field 8 to fill the data and slide objects up, right? So it's not sliding up. It used to be sliding up only on FileMaker 2.0, but now it's doing much more than this. So and if I don't do this, if this object here, I don't click this, here what happened? It's not sticking. So this one reduce, but this one doesn't get up. So let me rephrase. Okay, let me reformulate again. If I don't do this, it doesn't work. Okay, it stay like this, you know, and whatever the text inside, it doesn't resize, right? And here, if I click this one, it will only resize. But if I click this one also, so this one, and I say slide up, then the object got up. Okay? The object got up. So, do we have any question here, or everybody knew about this? Okay. Okay, so you can add now. Does the sliding? No. Okay. Unfortunately, no. It doesn't. Okay, so look at that said, does the sliding thingy only apply to preview mode, or it is the same in browse mode? It is not the same in browse mode, and I'm sorry about this, because it would be awesome if it would be also in browse mode. Okay, it would be awesome if it could be. It's not, so it's only on. It's a printing only option. Okay. And this also is not clear here, you know. That's why I say this is not at all clear. This reduces, you know, the field 8 to fit the data and slide object up, okay? And but you need the object below this one to do the same. Okay, so this one resize, this one slide up, because this one doesn't slide up. This one doesn't slide up, right? It reduce. This one, okay, it will have reduced. It reduce also, right? You see what I mean? It do both in the same time. It reduce because see, I'm putting a big one like this, and it boom, right? So it reduce, but it's not. Take note for Clarice, and it reduce and it move up. See, it slides up. Okay. So now, something that I want to show you, because so now it's good. Now you know to do this. If you group this, okay, make sure sometime the group itself is sliding up. So that is another story. I'm going to tell you that later. But okay, so also what you need to know, you can have multiple fields that's here that do the same thing. See, you can do this, or you can do this, like this, right? It slides up also, and it would have resize also, right? See, it resize also, and it move up, right? So this is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. So now you will say, okay, that's cool, but there's another option here. This is great knowledge. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. There's another thing you need to know. To be honest with you, when you build the layout, this kind of layout here, trust me, you learn how to build reports. So there's something else you need to know. It applies also to shapes. For example, you can do this, right? You have a kind of you have what's the name? A bar here, right? So if you do this, you do this. So you see why I'm doing this demonstration. Here I say slides up. Okay, slide up on this object. This I say slide up on this object. And this I say slide up. Okay, that means reduce and slide, reduce and slide, reduce and slide. Okay, but this one I didn't. So let's say I remove this guy. Now both are up. Let's say I put back this guy. It's not set up to slide. It stops. It blocks the thing, right? It blocked, but it did. No, it didn't. Here, see? Okay. It doesn't move up. It cannot move up because this blocks the process. You understand? So you need to slide this up too. If you do this, bam, it slides up. So you need to make sure that you have all the objects that are there to so question, so you need, and the problem here, do we have I think maybe we have a sliding objects. No, sliding object. Okay, I suggest you use this trick here too. You go to show and you show the sliding objects. Okay, because, and then you have this the little arrow here that tells you, because here, for example, let's say if this one, let's say you have a very complicated layout and you want to know why it's not sliding up. It's because, you say, okay, this one doesn't have the little arrow. So you put see, you have the arrow here. This is good. Expanding we have, by the way. It will play with this too. Okay, so said, okay, we need an expanding option that would be cool. It will expand with this. Those things, if you play with this and you set this here, if you do something like this, expand the 4, and this one expand on the bottom right, it will expand. it will still play the resizing and sliding, but also will for example, if I do this and I do this, yeah, but I need to do this in that case. If I do this, see, it resizes. But why it didn't slide up? Slide up. Why didn't it go? I don't know. So anyway, the demonstration wasn't this. So let me. Oh, here. Yeah. It's here. Okay. So so the demonstration here I want to do is the. Well, let me go back to this. And so now what you need to make sure is you don't have something like this. Something like objects that are overlapping, because sometimes they block. If you have something like this, it can block the process of sliding up. Here we have a very simple example, but sometimes you need to make sure that you don't have overlapping objects like this, because I think is blocking. So here the deal. See, for example, you have this one is this one here is on top of this one, right? If you do they are overlapping, right? They are overlapping, those two. If you do, it blocks. The sliding, it doesn't know where to slide. So you need to make sure that they are disconnected. Okay, this is important. So here you need to make sure that what's the name? The object doesn't. They make sure the objects are not overlapping each other. Because you have a potential kind of potential possibility that it will stop the sliding effect. Here is not doing this, but when you do this here, when it's it blocks the resizing. It doesn't block the sliding. It blocks the resizing. Okay. So demonstration. If I do this, if I have this, okay, and I have this like this, it won't resize. See, it blocks so it doesn't know anymore where to go. See, it do something funky like this, right? That means it resizes, but it doesn't slide. It slides like it wasn't resized. You know what I mean? It's funky. So make sure that you don't have object that overlapping. That's it. Yeah, make sure. That's it. I found this fun. Okay, so it's highly non-intuitive. That's why I'm trying to talk about those non-intuitive, hidden style stuff. Voodoo kind of stuff, but it's not easy, right? But it's interesting to see how it works, right? So now I think you understand. So now I want to show you something cool. Something cool. Let's be honest. It's cool. Okay, it's cool to have it. Like a stew. I'm okay with you. It's not intuitive. It's hidden. It's very not good. It's not cool. Right? It's not something that you like to use. Actually, I hate using these things because it's very, sometimes you can stay stuck there, especially when you have portals, when you have complex objects and stuff like that. It's very, very complicated. But what I want to show you is this. Let's say I'm selecting those objects here, and I say also resize the enclosing part. That means it will resize the body. Demonstration. You see what happened here? That means it not only resizes the objects, but it resized also the body. So it means now I have enough room to show two to show two records. So it reflowed completely. So let's play a little bit with this. That's funny. I like to play with this. Let's say I have a less thing. Okay, so I need more less. Okay. Now I have 3. because I have enough room. So it resizes the object. See, it resizes the object. He slides up the objects that below and just underneath, and then he resizes the size of the part. That means you can show more records in one page, because this setup very big. What happens if I say, okay, I can sometimes have multiple pages of description, not only one page. Maybe I have 2 pages, right? So you do this on 2 pages, right? And if I do this, I don't care. Because it resizes. Let's say I have 2 pages. Let's say I have a bunch of text here. Okay. Now I have 1 page, 2 page, and then this one goes. So it's you understand what I mean? Now I can go up to 2 pages, but if I have more, it won't expand. Okay, if I have more. But if I have less, it will reduce. Okay, so that kind of cool. Okay, that kind of cool, because that lets you have kind of a very cool report. Because otherwise, can you imagine if you have something that's you need 1 page. Sometimes you need 1 page of description. Let's say you print always 1 page of description. Always 1 page. Let's say you don't have this, okay, and you have a report like this, and now you say no. I want to slide up with the reducing of parts, right? And now you have, okay, this is the first page because I have a lot, but here I have much less. And it depends if he has enough space. So here, for example, we can play a little bit with this. Let's say I want to do that. This is a title footer. I'll remove the footer from here. That means I have the footer on the third page, but then I don't have. So now you will see I will be able to have more space. Okay, I have more things coming because I have more real estate, because I remove space here. So I remove the footer here. So less you have border, less you have margin and stuff like that, more you can show, more you have a ability to show more things. Here, for example, you see why the next one is not coming here. Why is the next record of this is not coming here? Why? Is because the next record might have a lot of information. See, the next record has maybe too much. It has too much. Let's say if I remove some of this here, I think it's this one, I will be able to show it more. See, I have 4 now because I've liberated some space. So when you want to build something like this, you need to make sure that you build the layout, and to make sure that you optimize the layout size, you optimize the borders, you optimize the margins to make sure that you can exploit the maximum. You can show the maximum things, right? Are the report searchable? Can you set bookmarks in app? No. Okay. Question. Okay. Let's start the question here. Okay. Are the report PDF searchable? Yes, they are searchable. When you hear and you say, I want, finance. Okay, finance here, finance. So they are searchable, but not inside FileMaker. Right? That's a way we can do that, but to actually, Yeah, okay, yes and no. Why you want to search inside a PDF in FileMaker, since in FileMaker you have the original data? You know what I mean? In FileMaker you have the original record, so why you want to search a PDF, right? But the PDF, why once the PDF printed, yes, you can, what's the name? You can search inside, right? So after that, you cannot generate hyperlink in the what's the name, in a PDF. No, you can't, and you can't generate bookmarks neither. Okay, you can. You have a very minimum kind of capabilities in the report. In a PDF. You don't have more, much more of the. You don't have hyperlink, and so because I'm reading the next question. How do you control? Okay, how do you control whether the record can be split across pages? You don't. And or is the start of the record always push the next page? Okay, yeah. Okay, so let me explain this. You have no ways to prevent things to happen. Okay. So here's the option you have. Okay. So let's say you want to click this, for example, allow the parts to break across page boundaries. So what happens when you do this? Let me show you. Let me put this here. And you have something like this. So pretty much, you see, it's you don't have the margin here. You don't see the separation is directly glued like this. Let's say, let's say if you print this, right, is directly glued. If you don't put this here, it's still glued. Yeah, because it's one block. This is when you have multiple fields and stuff like that. But still, the difference here is this, discard the reminder. That means the discard reminder. That means it won't print the next one. It will just forget it. So here, so you with this here, you allow the part to break across page boundaries. That means you can go over the page boundaries, and you can, by allowing this, you can discard the remainder you can just forget it. If there's too much things, you can say just forget. Otherwise, what you can do is to have a page break before each occurrence. Okay, so that's what I'm using sometime, is to make sure that you have a page break before each occurrence. If you have a report where you have you don't want things to be broke, you don't want to break things. Okay, so you make sure that they always starts with a new page. Always start with a new page. Always, right? But we have a course on those kind of questions. We have a course. Maybe Miles, you can find out the course. But the page break, it will force each occurrence. That means each record we have will start with a new page. Okay. So so this is how I'm using this. When you don't, but you cannot prevent. So the question was, can we prevent the thing to broke? No, we can. Okay. How do you control that? Okay. I use the streak to go to the last page, first page, to get the page number. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm going to explain this. In David Andrews say I use a trick to go last and then you have the number of page. Yes. Yeah, you have the MBF. We have a plugin that do that. What's the name? The Monkey Bread. You have a kind of plugin that do that, and So do we have any question, Max, on the Twitch or YouTube or whatever?
No, there was some on YouTube, but TK already posted them, so you addressed them already. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to go too far on this, because okay, the next session I will go more in details. Okay, so this was the request the boss has is to me to get and you can see I have difficulty not to jump to that. I have to refrain myself, right? But you got the basics here. Let's start small with this here. Play a little bit with this. This is kind of obvious what this is. This object visibility. If you click this and you say don't print, when you print, it's not there. It won't be there at printing, but it will be there on browse mode. Hidden, hide. Okay. I use on. So here we have. I use the on keystroke trigger you explained before to go to the next page using the arrow. Yeah. That's great. That's great. The on keystroke. You put an on because when you hear, it's kind of it's a pain, to go to the next page because you can go to the next page with so you can use a trigger. On keystroke and say, okay, you can, next time I'm going to show you that, okay? Go to the next page with, hitting the arrow key on the keyboard, then you can go to next, or previous, because you don't have this. You need to go there with the slider here. You cannot have a key, doesn't make sense to me. This is not practical at all, in my opinion. Okay, so I think we can land the plane early today, Maris, if you want. If we don't have any question, I'm done. That was the first. Okay, that was the first set of session for the beginners. Okay, next time I'm going to get much in deep. Okay, much more in deep. We are going to address this kind of reporting here, right? When we start having the mix of many things, mix of portals and paragraphs and text and breaks. Here all the question about the page breaks, all of this will be addressed here in this report because I have, to address the page break, you need to build kind of a report that is more complicated. So I will address that in my next session in 2 weeks. When are you picking this up, Nick? A couple of weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks. Not the weeks that comes, the week after. And then I'm going to address how to build what's the name? How to build what's the name? The table of content here. Okay. How to build this? Okay. How to build a dynamic table of content. I'm using the trick that somebody, David Angel, mentioned to get the page numbering. But you will see when you have to do something like that, it's kind of tricky. And but it's cool. It will be fun. It will be fun. Much more fun than this basic stuff. But we need to go basic sometime.
Definitely. Yeah, I think this was great. And we have people watching from all over the kind of developer spectrum. So I think this was
exactly.
Good.
So I try to stay in the boundaries of each time you saw me that I was each time I crossed the border. I crossed the
Do not page break. Do not go into advanced features.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys. I think we're good to go. It's 1:56. We are early today, and see you next week. Next week we have the copy. The next Monday will be a small one. It's just some tricks that I'm using with this copy record. I'm going to show you how I'm using for what I'm applying this. And why I'm applying this technique, the copy record, right? and we'll see. Kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but it's not a big session like, oh wow, it's not. So if you guys have questions, that day you will be able to talk to me, and if you want to have kind of a Q&A session after this copy. But I really wanted to show this copy record thing, so that's why we made a session on next Monday.
Yeah, that would be great. And unless something slides around, we have April 26th as the advanced report, 26th and 27th. So I know a couple people asked about that.
26. I'm 50 years old on the 26th.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, my birthday.
I'm the 19th, so both birthday month.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with a DAPI walkthrough with our server awesome expert Jacob. And everyone have an amazing Wednesday.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Nick.
And the guys just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Trying to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap. Stands in, throws it left for Amendola. Reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10. Rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.